Hello and welcome everybody, my name is Savage and today we're going to be having a look at Ethereum. We've had a bit of a move to the upside here, so we're going to be investigating whether we think that this is a start of a new trend or whether we think that we're going to actually break down from this point. Okay, but before we jump into that, I'd like to say thank you for watching the video. If you'd like to show your support and you haven't already, please smash that like button, hit that subscribe button. If you're not subscribed already, turn on those bell notifications so you never miss a video. And then, also leave us some feedback in the comment section down below. Okay, so let's get into it. So there's a few things. So on a bigger picture, I'm still thinking that we've either completed this wave 2 and we're looking to start breaking down, or we're still within it and we're looking for this as an ABC to the upside. And what they would be looking to do is target into this red box area that we have drawn out here, though we just need to monitor the waves because it is also possible we could look to start to break down. So this is just some of the things we're looking at. If I turn on, so there was a few things we looked at yesterday, and one of them was the potential of having this as a WXY triangle within the Y wave. This is still actually possible, and it does slightly change the count from the other option that we'll be looking at. But if this is the case, effectively what we'd be looking at is this as potentially being our low point here at this 1193 zone. If this is the case, effectively this 5 wave move to the upside here would be likely to be the first leg of a bigger impulsive structure shown here by these teal 5 wave move over here. So we'd be looking potentially to target up into this zone here. So there's a few things. Like I said, there's a few ways we can look at this. So for this option, potentially we need to stay above this 1193 area. And it's possible we could have either completed this or there is another wave within this actually. And if we break this down, effectively we can look at this in two ways. We can look at this as 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, and we've completed. Alternatively, if we count it slightly different, we could have that the wave 3 is actually in this location, and we're looking for that 4th and a 5th wave still to come. So if this does play out, what we'd be looking for here is the potential that we would be looking to come down towards this 1215 to this 1212 zone at a maximum. I really wouldn't want to see it come down much higher than that, much lower than that rather. But breaking below this 1203.57 would effectively invalidate this potential of having this additional leg to the upside. But should we break down into this zone here, this 1215 and 1212 area, and we do find support, there is potential that we could actually look for some additional upside here, and that target would potentially be up here towards this 1231 to this 1227 zone. If this does play out, effectively what we'd have then is a completed 5 wave move into these high points, and then we'd be looking for a retracement. So it would slightly change the typical support area. So currently, I'm going to get rid of this. Currently, the support area, if we just actually start to break down from this high point here at this 1224, this would be the area I'd be looking at for support. This 1208 all the way down to this 1199 zone. We wouldn't really want to come too much deeper than this 1199 zone, and what we would be looking for is staying above this 1193 as a must within this move to look for continuation to the upside. Should we start to retrace down and we manage to find support back within these zones, the next target area I would be interested in would be this 1256 zone. This 1256.60 would actually be a typical 3rd wave move, and what we'd be looking for then is the potential that we have this as a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 as a 5 wave move up into this zone here that we're looking for as a wave 2 area, and then potentially looking to break down from that point. Okay, so that's if we're looking at it as a 5 wave move. There is also the possibility that this just develops as a B, and a C, and actually what we just get is a bigger complex move here, though we were looking for the potential of having a 5 wave move in this, so that would be the 5 wave alternative. Otherwise, we could also just see something where we form this as an A wave, like we come up here, retrace, find support, push up into this high point at a 1-to-1 of this first 5 wave move, then look for a retracement again, potentially look to retest some of these tops, and then push up as a 3-wave move. So there is still upside, even if we don't develop as a 5-wave move. It's just the 5-wave move would be neater. So that's what we're looking out for within this. So this is the option that we're looking for, that Y wave as a triangle. So if I actually remove this now, and let's remove this. There is also the potential that we can look at this slightly differently, and that we actually completed here. What we'd be looking for then is for this first potential as a 5-wave. Like I said with the previous option, we could either have this 3rd wave here, and we're actually completed. So if this is the case and we're completed here, what we'd be looking for is a retracement down into this zone here, this 1208 to this 1199 zone, looking to push up from that point if it's going to develop into a 5-wave move. So if we, however, look at it like this, it's the same thing that we were previously talking about, basically looking for this zone as a support zone for this 4th wave, then looking to push up as the 5th wave. This would be the zone if we start to break down. This, I wouldn't want to go much lower than this 1199.60. We can break through this, but once you start to get below this, it becomes more likely that you're actually going to come down and invalidate this. So with this, basically what we'd be looking for is for evidence of this bigger 5-wave moves is actually a move up past this 1237 zone. This 1237.95 would be a typical 3rd wave move, and what would make it, that would effectively make us look at this move as an a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 up into this high point. If we do manage to cross this 1237, we'd be looking for that retracement roughly to that 1220 zone before looking to push up once again. Once again, this takes us up into this bigger area here, and that would be where we'd be looking for as a rejection area. So within this move here, we can place the B here or here. Technically, it depends how you want to count this move to the downside. You can count this as having a triangle here where this is an A, a B, and a C effectively, or WXY into this low point. Or you can count it as a WXY into here, and effectively you've completed here rather than here. So we need to just keep an eye on it, because if we do get this 5-wave move to the upside, what I'd be looking for is the potential that we could actually still have an additional 1, 2, so an additional 4th and a 5th wave here, if that does play out. So we'll have to see if we manage to hold these support zones and actually push to the upside, then we could actually look for an additional leg here. So just need to keep that in mind, that if we do get up to these targets and then actually we look to retrace, find support again in the previous 4th and push up again, then that's probably what's going on. Yeah, for the time being though, I don't see anything more than just a corrective move at this point. If we start to get some more traction to the upside, the only time that we could potentially get excited with this move would be if we if I just get this on this low point here and that high point. Only if we really move above this 1329 zone would I get excited, but even then the structure's not great. You could argue that this is a 5-wave move, and then this would be a 2, and then that would be your wave 3. But yeah, anything less than moving back above this 1329 wouldn't really excite me. And the fact is, until we break back above this high point here of this 1352 zone, basically what would happen is we can always just continue to break down. So unless we break back above these high points here, you know, this just is still open to having this bigger 3rd wave decline down that we're looking at, and we are still looking for that that C wave to the downside. So, you know, we just need to be careful, because this could technically start at pretty much any time. Once we've completed this this C wave, we could start to see that impulsive structure to the downside playing out. Though, like I said, if we move back above this zone, we could actually look to break down. Within this, there was one more thing that I wanted to go over for a second. Because we've not taken this high point here, this 1233, even though it's not very tidy, you can count this as potentially a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. So what this would be is looking at this wave here as a triangle. It's not very tidy though, and I don't really like it, but it is possible that we could have this as a fourth wave triangle in there. So as long as we fail to break above this 1234 zone, we just need to be wary that we could actually see this just develop as an A, B, and a C to the upside, which could technically even be completed at this point. And what we'd be looking at is the fact that we have this as an A, a B, and a C wave to the upside here. And basically with this, if we start to actually break down and we take these lows, we fail to find support in those zones, what we could be looking for is actually that this is the beginning of the start, or this is the start of a bigger move to the downside, where we actually have this is a wave 1, this is a wave 2, and then we look to break down for that wave 3, 4, and 5. So until we actually break above some of these key areas again, so like I said, this 1233 and this area for this 1237, we just need to be aware that there is always a potential that we could have had a completed move into here and that we could look to break down. It would be neater, like I said in the previous video, should we have this as an A, a B, and a C, that would be much neater and actually would make the structure look a lot better. But it is possible that we could just have some kind of a complex correction here, and then that's actually just ended here and looking to break down from the beginning of this move here at the 1233. So just want to caution you that until we actually break above this high point here, we need to just be aware that there is a potential way of counting this as a 5 wave. It's not very neat. I don't like it that much, but it is possible. So just need to make sure that, you know, if we do move back above this 1233, that effectively invalidates this potential for actually direct sell-off. But until we do, we need to see how we react around the support zones that we talked about previously, and see if we can manage to hold these low points at this 1193 and then finally this 1181. Should we manage to hold those zones, then we could actually still look for some more progression to the upside, whether that's in a 5-wave move or a bigger 3-wave move. It's still possible. When we break down, if we break down below this 1181, the only time or the only way this could be valid as a looking for additional upside at that point would actually be for the fact that we have a flat correction or something to that effect. Unless that happens, if we cross this 1181, it's potentially that we are heading down towards that wave 3 target that we were looking for, and that would be down here towards this 978.83 zone as an ideal wave 3. Okay, so we're going to keep an eye on the wave counts and we'll see how they react around these zones, and we'll keep you up to date as best we can. I hope you found this video useful. If you did, please smash that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And like I said before, you know, if you've got any questions or anything, just drop them in the comments section. Also, you can jump into Discord. It's probably the quickest way to get hold of us if you need anything. Just jump into the general chat area. Just I'd mention a member of staff. We'll be happy to help you out with anything that you may need. And then, yeah, that's it pretty much. Okay, so we're going to leave it there. I hope everyone has a great day, and we'll see each other in the next video. Take care out there, everybody.